I'd like to call to order the public session. I have one person signed up to speak. I just ask that you state your name and address and keep your comments to under 5 minutes if possible. First person signed up is Miles Becker.
I've been told to bring the microphone down when I'm done. Geez, I try to follow these rules. It's tough. Now look it. I have to mention this, and I was suggested I say this, but you know what? I didn't need any suggestions. This is historical tonight. I saw the budget for the last 2 months. There is no overtime for the fire department. Do you realize the last time that ever happened in this city here? It's not on record. It's not even filed in the files of the city hall here. It's never happened before. No overtime the first 2 months. Come on. You guys, teamwork, friend, you deserve this compliment. It's been well overdue. They've kicked the can down here for 35, 7, 38, 40 years, no matter what. Albany's guilty of it. Washington's guilty. They've kicked the can down, and it's over with here. And I'm glad to see it, and I'm proud of this administration. I'm not done yet. Now we'll get into the personal stuff. Bill, I'll try and keep it clean here, since I've been asked to. I've talked to a lot of those guys down at that fire department, the young guys, and they're happy to have a job. They're not crying. I almost gave him a towel one time. I almost gave Jeff a towel one time when he was whining like hell. That's a personal stuff that you have going on over there. Jeff is from the old administration. We're whining and crying in a towel that's as big as this building here. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. It's time to get this under control here, and you're doing it. And don't pay attention to what he says. And by the way, the comment that Connie Cosimano made in the paper the other day reminded me of Elizabeth Warren, okay? Dianne Feinstein, whose husband didn't make it until she got in, a millionaire, and the other one, Nancy Pelosi. They all deserve to be in the same cage. Holy Christ's sake, are they terrible. Terrible how this government's being run into the ground. And if Donald Trump can't do it, guess where we're at right now? And thank you very much, Bill, for that comment. Public policy.
Miles was the only person signed up.
You're lucky.
Yeah, I know. Would anyone else like to stand up to address the council? Heath. Let's stand up. Name and address. Try to keep it under 5 minutes if possible.
Not usually that long-winded, but I'll try my best. Heath Jones, 130 East 3rd Street, Create Studios. Tonight you guys are considering St. Patrick's Day event. So I find myself here a year later from where we started a conversation, which was equally uncomfortable as tonight's is. And at this point, I would like to formally withdraw the request for the St. Patrick's Day Parade for 2017, hosted by Create Studios and Friends of Oswego. But with the updated information that even though Create still feels like the city of Oswego overcharged past the quote of what we were originally given for the 2016 Paddle Fest event and also for the Dragon Boat Festival, which we did not request services from the OFD, but they chose to show up anyway and sent a bill for services that were not requested nor required per the city's policies or lack thereof. We have agreed to pay the overage amount just to mend ways with what we call, or for our relationships within the city. But that said, I also don't want to overlook the misconduct of what I feel like the council has taken this year in really taking a stance of fiscal responsibility or using that stance to hurt our company. Now, Mr. Emmons is also an event planner. He is also a privately owned business owner. And for the 2016 season, he too decided that he was going to do a parade for a holiday for the betterment of the community, which I applaud. But what I don't think is fair is that Mr. Emmons and his privately owned company, Mother Earth Baby, decided to brand it as the Mother Earth Baby Children's Parade, at which he did not come to Common Council to ask for approval for the parade. He did not pay for insurance for the parade itself. He also did not pay for road closures or city services. So he, as a sitting council, while it is easy to say that you're taking a fiscally responsible approach to things, it's an inadequate way of describing actually what's happening here. So I would hope that the council in the future could put personal feelings aside, and when you're looking at benefiting your own business, sitting in those chairs would choose to do otherwise. That's all I have to say. Thank you, guys.
Anyone else like to address the council? Seeing none, I'll close public session, and the regular meeting starts at 7:30. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, please call the roll. Here. Here.
Present.
Here.
Here.
Here. Here. Thank you. Under the mayor's report, the folks from the Oswego Bookmobile are here. They're going to give a brief presentation on what the Bookmobile is and how it operates and what it does for this community, which of course we're extremely fortunate and grateful to have as part of this community. So I'd like to call up Teresa, Susan, and Hope, and you can walk us through the presentation.
Well, Mr. Mayor and council members, we'd really like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to bring you a short presentation of our program. This is going to be the 7th year that we bring books into the neighborhoods of the children in our community, and we are thankful for the support that the community has shown and that you have shown us. I'm going to give it over to Teresa, who's going to go over the PowerPoint for you.
Thank you, Susan. I'm Teresa Slozik, and I'm Vice President of the Bookmobile Board. And I have a short PowerPoint for you, followed by a little talk from Hope, and then finally a video. So our program is also known as Driving Books Home, and it is a partnership between the Oswego City School District, SUNY Oswego, and the Oswego Public Library. It is a freestanding program or a standalone program. It's not your average bookmobile. It complements but does not compete with public library programs. It is not a library program. The library has a summer reading program, and the Bookmobile provides opportunities for children during the summer months who may have barriers to getting to the public library to engage in the summer reading program. Children who engage in literacy activities over the summer generally do not lose their reading skills. Those who do not read over the summer regress in their reading skills. Okay, the Bookmobile is a non-lending library. We give the books away to the children for free. And we serve students ages 18 and younger, including the preschool students. Each time children visit the Bookmobile, they're given a book and a healthy snack. The city school district helps the staff track information on the students so we can document their progress as they use the bookmobile over the summer. We target children who are at risk, those who receive free and reduced lunch, and they do better in maintaining their reading levels over the summer if they go to the bookmobile. Our mission is empowering children to be readers. Our vision is that every child in our community will have access to books at his or her independent reading level, and every child in the community will own books. We want our children to have their own personal libraries of books that they love, and we do that by giving the books away. The bookmobile is open to all members of the community, and all programs and materials are free to members of the community. Why is the bookmobile working so well? It has to do with the people who volunteer and the staff members who are paid, the people on the team that support the bookmobile program. Where there's a will, there's a way. One summer we had ice cream for the children as a snack, and some of the employees of the school district helped us to haul around this little freezer so that we could keep the ice cream cold for the kids. The program is all about the books that we give away. We get our books from Scholastic Warehouse sales in Syracuse, the Rivers End Bookstore, which gives the bookmobile a fantastic discount, and also an organization known as First Book that gives us books at 45 cents each. And First Book is also an organization that targets children at risk and promotes literacy. We also have authors who over the years have given us their books, like Kevin Caracoli, James Patterson, Jeffrey Kinney, and Lori Halsey Anderson. You see two locals there. We have volunteers who sort our donations as well as our new books. They stamp the books with the bookmobile logo and whatever it takes. Here are two volunteers building bookshelves in the basement of the YMCA when our storeroom was there. And then they come, and boy do they come. This past summer, we had 3,339 children visit the bookmobile, and we gave away 5,518 books. All of this is possible because of support from the community. These are some of the organizations that have either donated or given us grants: Entergy, Pathfinder Bank, Price Choppers Golub Foundation, Friends of the Oswego Public Library, the Oswego City County Youth Bureau, the Lions Club, and John Ben Snow Foundation, the Oswego County Federal Credit Union, I Heart Oswego, and the Shinneman Foundation. There are many individuals in the community who volunteer to make this a successful program. We have a student advisory council. This is one of our volunteers, Mrs. Keevel. Mary Gilbert, who belongs to Pet Partners of Central New York, brings her dog for the children to read to. This is Lucy. Kathy Mantero is a frequent volunteer, and Bonnie Perfetti, and Janet Hutchinson. We are getting ready to roll in 2017, and Hope is going to talk to you a little bit about some personal aspects of the program. Hope is a literacy specialist who staffs the bookmobile in the summer, and the literacy specialists who staff the bookmobile are basically the heart of the program. They relate to the children. They're there every week when the children go to the stops, and they encourage the children in their reading. They design literacy activities for them, and without them, the program would not be the same. The children are helped to select books that they will love and that they can read on their own. So I'm going to have Hope come up and speak to you.
Thank you, Teresa. I just wanted to share a couple of personal experiences on my own, because being a first grade teacher at Kingsford Park, and I've also been very fortunate to have been part of this program since it started. And I'm very excited that we're going into our 7th summer. And I just wanted to share a couple little stories of my experiences. In the video, or in the presentation, it showed when there's a will, there's a way, and they do come. Especially for these children that are at-risk learners, I can honestly say that we are their summer for them. Many of these children do not get out of the trailer parks in some of the areas that they live in, and we're the highlight of their summer. They come running after the bookmobile, screaming, "Bookmobile, bookmobile, it's here, it's here." We've even had parents tell us that their child is up at like 7 o'clock in the morning when we don't arrive till 10 o'clock in the morning, waiting and just watching out the window for us to come. We even have children many times that come to us in their pajamas at some of these areas because they just can't wait for us to get there. And there's no greater joy than bringing the love of literacy to these children day in and day out. And the many connections that I've been able to make with families when I work on there, as well as the other literacy specialists. And the greatest joy is seeing a smile on their face and a book in their hands. Thank you. And we have a quick video, so whenever we're ready, thank you.
My name is Mickey. I like the bookmobile because they have great books. My name is Carly, and I like the bookmobile because you get lots of good books. I like the bookmobile. I like the Lego movie. My name is Chad. I like the bookmobile because I get awesome books and snacks. My name is Dave. I like the bookmobile because there's a lot of awesome. Hello, my name is Andrea, and I like the bookmobile because I get awesome books and snacks.
What was the best thing you did this summer?
Come to the bookmobile.
You heard it. Bookmobile. That's right. Go.
Families love it. So many of our families don't have the abundance of books needed to keep kids engaged in books and reading, and so this is a really great advantage to them to have the books brought to them and able to take them home and read them and then bring them back or keep them if they want to. The takeaway for me is this can't go away. It's actually our literacy program for the summer, so I feel like we as a community need this in place, and we need to have more people involved and be supportive of the bookmobile.
I just wanted to say thank you. Thanks for all you do for the community and thanks for coming and sharing that tonight. Do any of the counselors have anything to add or any questions?
Did anybody have any questions for us about what we do or how we do it? Okay. Thank you so much for having
I
us.
appreciate it. Thank you. Miles, you guys, is it relevant to the bookmobile? Okay. Let's try to keep it under 30 seconds.
It's a little high, isn't it? Look at, I'm on the library board. Believe me, I got put into this one. But I want to tell you this about that bookmobile. It came down to the pool all summer long. Great job. Okay?
Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. We appreciate what you do for the city. Thank you. Another item in the mayor's report, our last public engagement session for the waterfront feasibility study is Tuesday, February 28th from 6 to 7:30 in the Steamers River Room, where you will see the final draft proposal for the redevelopment of the waterfront. We'd like to see you there and hear your ideas and feedback. If you can't make it to the meeting, please feel free to contact the Community Development Office, 343-3795. Share your ideas and concerns and feedback. Do any of the councilors have anything to add before we get started? Councilor Evans.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I got two things. Number one, just a reminder to the public, it was announced last week at the Administrative Services Committee, but the Planning and Development Committee will be holding a special session on March 13th at 6 p.m. here in the council chamber. It's a special public session. I thank Councilors Gozick and Cordino, who are on that committee, for helping to coordinate that special session. There will be a discussion, a public dialogue. We're inviting some folks in from SUNY Oswego. We're going to have a little conversation, discussion regarding enhancing the relationship between the city and the college students that live within the city, off campus, and how to strengthen that relationship and improve it and enhance it. A lot of things have happened over the course of not only this semester, but over the years. And I think every once in a while, I think it's healthy for us as a council and as a public to engage in conversation, to refresh that conversation, to bring it back into focus and understand that I think at the end of the day, we all want the same things within our community, and that's a safe, healthy, vibrant community. And there's ways to go about doing that, and I think it starts by having an open and honest dialogue about how to get there. So I invite the whole public to be there. It will happen from 6 to 7 p.m. On March 13th, and we'll have opportunities for the public to speak out, albeit we will have some ground rules for that as we move forward. The other thing I'd like to say is there's a couple folks that after the public session asked me how I was doing. And the only thing I will say is this, that the day that really my wife gets criticized for helping 25 kids walk down the street, I'm having a really good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else, councilors, before we get started? Clerk, please call Resolution 59. Councilor Van Buren, Councilor McLaughlin. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Clerk, please call Resolution 60. Councilor Walker, Councilor Van Buren. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Clerk, please call Resolution 61. Councilor Gozick, Councilor Walker. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I believe Resolution 62 has been withdrawn as long as there's no objection to any councilors. Clerk, please call Resolution 63. Councilor McLaughlin, Councilor Cordine. Comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Clerk, please call Resolution 64. Councilor Gozick, Councilor Van Buren. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Clerk, please call Resolution 65. Councilor Van Buren, Councilor Cordino. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Clerk, please call Resolution 66. Councilor Emmons, Councilor Walker. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Clerk, please call Resolution 67. Councilor Cordino, Councilor Emmons. Any comments? Councilor Cordino.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to take an opportunity to thank the mayor and the council for their support on this resolution. We discussed it in detail at several meetings. I had opportunities to review the information, and I think that this is a giant step forward in the business of City Hall to make it more transparent for our city residents, to make the city government more efficient in processing and delivering agendas. And then my hope is that once it goes from the Common Council, we can use it on zoning and planning meetings. So I think that it's a win-win for everybody here, the city workers as well as the city residents. I also would like to take an opportunity to thank Mike Bonning of the IT department and Tress McDade of the city clerk's office and Mark Tesorario. They were also instrumental in getting this project to this point, and I'm really going to, we will all need them to help out once we go through the implementation and the training phase, because I don't know about you, but learning a new trick for an old dog can sometimes be a little tough, so training is going to be important for all of us. With that said, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Any other comments? Councilor Walker.
I'd like to thank Councilor Cordino for sharing with us. It's a very appropriate time to do this, and my wife would like to thank her, because I got file cabinets at home, and I finally realized, and I don't have to keep them no more because they're in the office here, so everybody thanks you.
Any other comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Clerk, please call Resolution 68. Councilor Emmons, Councilor Walker. Comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Clerk, please call Resolution 69. Councilor McLaughlin, Councilor Van Buren. Comments? Please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Clerk, please call Resolution 70. Councilor Corodino, Councilor Van Buren. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Clerk, please call Resolution 71. Councilor Gozick, Councilor McLaughlin. Any comments? Councilor Gozick.
Yeah, again, I just wanted to thank everybody. Thanked everybody every time this has come up, but really, this is a great day for Oswego to start addressing our zombie property issue, revitalization of neighborhoods, quality of life. I can't tell you, the only problem now is that I'm getting so many calls from other people that have houses in my ward, and they want to know when theirs is coming down. But, you know, this is a great start, and again, I want to hand it to the Barlow administration. Mayor Barlow's been getting things done in the first year here, and, you know, I don't know if this could have happened without his support, first as a counselor, and he was driving force behind this as mayor. I fielded calls and complaints from neighbors. Code enforcement did a great job, but I want to hand it to Mayor Barlow for seeing this through, and I just can't thank the council enough for your support, so thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Any other comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Clerk, please call Resolution 72. Councilor Emmons, Councilor McLaughlin. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Clerk, please call Resolution 73. Councilor Walker, Councilor Van Buren. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Clerk, please call Resolution 74. Councilor Van Buren, Councilor Gozick. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Same.
Yes.
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 Any unfinished business to come before the council? Councilor Corodino.
Thank you, Mayor. There were some things said at public session that I did want to address briefly here. In regards to events and such, I think we can all agree that there were some discrepancies and inconsistencies last year with the way events were handled. And as we all know, Mayor Barlow addressed that issue when he created this event committee to look into this. And President of the Council, Van Buren, also addressed it when he convened a workshop 2 weeks ago in the same room. So at that particular workshop, we were able to tweak and fine-tune some of the policies and procedures that the committee came up with committee is chaired by Justin Rudgick of the Community Development Office. After that workshop, I felt, and I think, I don't want to speak for everyone on the council, but I felt that we had a pretty good document for guidelines and policies going forward on events. And there were very few changes that we discussed, and those are very minor. So I think we're 99% there as far as having a usable document. However, what was said in public session tonight about a certain event that was pulled, we're not talking about specifically that event. What was unsaid during that public session was that we're actually discussing unpaid bills relating to an event that occurred 6 months ago, in which the same event organizer was requesting tonight a permit for a parade. And really what it comes down to is unpaid fees. That event guideline that we participated in the workshop, and I have a copy here, everybody got this at the workshop. The event guidelines and policies that we discussed at the workshop clearly states that an event organizer is deemed ineligible if he owes monies to the city of Oswego. I highlighted it's item number 4 on page 11. And since the council at the workshop didn't have any issue with that particular rule, I would assume that the council wouldn't have a problem in enforcing it now. I think that until this becomes policy, I think we should go forward and use the guidelines here. And one of them is the fact that anybody who comes to this council for a permit, we should consider all these parameters, and one of them is the fact that if you owe money, you don't get a permit. Now, as a counselor, I don't believe it is unreasonable to expect payment for services that the OFD, Oswego Fire Department, provided for an event. And as a taxpayer, which most of us here are, I would demand it, to be honest with you. I'd really be upset if we started giving away city services. So, I know that the resolution was pulled tonight, but I think it was a wonderful event. I participated I was there. I couldn't get a seat on the parade float, but I was there watching, and I thought it was an excellent event. And with that in mind, I really would like to see the event happen, and I'm encouraging the event organizer to pay the outstanding debt, and then we still have time to issue a permit and for the parade to happen. So I don't know if that person's still here, but I'm encouraging that person to follow through. Pay the small amount. I'm not going to go there with the amount, but it's not a very big amount, but paying the amount to satisfy the debt, and then we can have the parade. So that's pretty much all I had to say on that. I felt that there were some things that had to be said after that session. Thank you, Mayor.
Anyone else? Councilor Van Buren?
Just to follow up on what Councilor Cordino said, the event policy will be on discussion for next committee. I've received prices for flat rates from the department heads that we were talking about that provide services for these. So we'll have those up for discussion, and I think we'll be able to move within about 2 weeks to have a formalized event policy in place, just to follow up from that aspect of it. Thanks.
Anyone else? Seeing none, can I get a motion to adjourn? Councilor Van Buren, Councilor McLaughlin. Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Meeting is adjourned.